Good day, grade 10 learners. So how are you today? I am Mrs. Nancy P. Coley, the advisor of grade 10 Quirino. I will discuss our topic for this week, the center radius form of the equation of a circle. So all around us, we can see objects which represent circles. Even at home, we can see things that are circular in form. One example is your electric fan, right? So do you still remember what a circle is in your grade 9 math? Now before I start, let me remind you to prepare your notebook, your ball pen, and your SLA for quarter 2, week 2. Also, please be attentive in listening to the discussion. Avoid doing other activities so that you can understand fully the lesson. So let us start. Okay, the standard form of the equation of a circle with its center at the origin is x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Okay, here, dali ra siya memorize no kay wala naman siya ilaing mubo raman niyang equation. Since the center is at the origin, meaning at 0, 0 in the Cartesian plane, so ang iyang equation is just x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Kinsa man na si r? Okay, r is the radius of the circle. If you remember, radius is the segment joining the center of the circle to any point on the circle. That is the radius of the circle. Okay, notice that both x and y terms are also being squared. Also, the radius is also being squared. In our standard form of the equation of a circle with center at the origin. For example, x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. So here, the center of the circle is at the origin. And the radius is equal to 3. Why 3? Okay, remember that if we get the square of 3, it is equal to 9. So, our r is equal to 3. So, the radius of the circle is equal to 3 units. If we graph this equation of the circle, x squared plus y squared is equal to 9, we know that the center is at 0, 0. So, ang iyahang center nasa 0, 0. So, nasa sa origin in the Cartesian plane. So, makita nyo dira na ay dot nga green. So, mo na siya ang origin. So, nadira ang center sa ato ang circle. So, from the center of the circle, mag-ihap ra mo og 3 pataas. So, gikan anang green, mag-ihap mo og 3 pataas. 3 na po paubos. Count 3 pa right and count 3 pa left. So, nakita nyo na karon ang naay mga dots dira nga color violet. So, connecting those 4 points, we have now here the graph of the circle x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. So, inana ra siya kasayon Basta, ang iyahang center is at the origin. So, inyo na to siyang timan-an. Kung pila ang radius, mao po na ang number of movements ng inyong buhaton. To the right, to the left, up, and down. What if the center of the circle is not at the origin? So, we have another equation for the standard form of the circle. Okay, mo na siya karon ang iyang equation. X minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared is equal to r squared. So, nanamoy nabantayan dira nga h and k. Kinsa man na si h o si k. So, mana sila karon ang center of the circle. Kay wala naman siya, dili naman siya makita sa origin. So, ang yang center, na siya karon makita kang h o kang k. So, for example, let's find the center and the radius of this equation of the circle, and then we're going to graph. We have x minus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 1 quantity squared is equal to 16. So, inyong nakita diri nga sa atong example, pareha gid siya og porma sa atoang standard form of the equation of a circle when the center is not at the origin. So, dili ra nyo ma-identify ani ang center kay pareha gid siya og porma sa atoang standard form. So, sa ato example na dira sa arrow, si H kay naka-point siya kang 3, si K naka-point siya kang 1. Meaning, ang atoang center kay si 3 ug si 1. Dayon, ang atoang radius is equal to 4. So, ngano ganing 4? Because 4 squared is equal to 16. So, our R is equal to 4. So, sa atong graph, first, i-plot sa ato ang center. So, sa ang atoang center, naa siya makita sa first quadrant of the Cartesian plane since 3 and 1 are both positive. So, diri siya sa first quadrant. I-plot sa ninyo daan ang 3 ug ang 1. So, muna na siya karon ang inyong point where you will start counting 4 to the right, 4 units to the right, 4 units to the left, then 4 units up, and 4 units down. So, nakita nyo dira sa ato ang graph nga naanata dira circle. Connecting the 4 dots of the 4 points, muna siya karon ang ato ang graph of the circle. X minus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 1 quantity squared is equal to 16. Okay, so next is we have the equation of the circle x plus 2 quantity squared plus y minus 4 quantity squared is equal to 4. So, unsa man yung nabantayan sa to equation? Can we identify the center and the radius of the circle easily? So, remember that the center of the circle is at hk with x minus h and y minus k. Okay, since the x is plus something and not minus, kaya sa atong standard form, dapat minus magod siya, no? So, dili man siya minus, nahimo man siyang x plus 2 instead of x minus 2. So, that can be written as x minus negative 2. X minus negative 2, diba, is just equal to x plus 2. So, ato siyang i-rewrite into x minus negative 2 para mahimo siyang, mapareha siyang forma sa atuang standard form. So, dali na to siya makita karon ang atuang center kay pareha naman siyang forma sa atong standard form. So, ang atong center ani ron is at negative 2, 4, and the radius is 2. So, kasabot naman mo no, gyan nung nahimong 2 ang atong radius. So, mo na siya ang atong center o ang atong radius of the circle. Here, in our next equation, wala na ni siya naka-standard form. So, dili na standard form mo itong equation of the circle, but it is in your SLA, it is in the general form of the equation of the circle. So, dili na siya standard form, but the general form of the equation of the circle. So, sa inyong SLA, sa day 9 of the second quarter, makita na to dira ang general equation of a circle. So, actually, kani siya nga equation, kung ato magong i-expand nato ng equation nato sa standard form, man na siya ang mahimo na dayong equation niya, mahimo na siyang in general form. So, kung inani ang given nga equation, i-identify na to ang iyang center o ang iyang radius. So, medyo dili siya, madali-dali na to og identify. So, itong buhaton ani is, we have to apply completing the square. Your lesson in grade 9. Diba sa inyong grade 9? Finding the roots of a quadratic equation is one of the methods is using completing the square. So, ang mahitaboan ni ron, i-arrange man nato ni siya no in descending order. So, mag-start siya kang x squared plus y squared. So, mag-arrange sa terms in descending order. So, meaning sa dako pa doon sa y. So, mahimo na siya x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 8y plus 16 is equal to 0. So, gibalhin na si 4 diri sa left side of the equation. Let us find the equation of the circle with center at 0, 0 and radius 7. So, kani siya, sa yun ini kay center niya na naman sa origin at 0, 0. And the radius is 7. So, ito na siyang i-dito og substitute dito sa ito ang standard form of the equation of the circle. So, may mo siyang x minus 0 quantity squared plus y minus 0 quantity squared is equal to 7 squared, or x squared plus y squared is equal to 49. So, mana na siya karon ang equation of the circle with center at 0, 0 and radius equal to 7. Another one is find an equation of the circle with center at 0, 0 that passes through the point negative 1, negative 4. So in our example, we know that the center is at 0, 0, pero wala ta kabalo sa iyang radius. Kung pila ang iyang radius ani. So, going back to the standard form of the equation of a circle with center at 0, 0, we have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Okay, so let us use the point negative 1, negative 4. So, muna siyang point nga giagian sa ato ang center. Sa atong circle, I mean. So, na siya makita sa fourth quadrant. No? Na siya sa fourth quadrant. Okay, the point negative 1, negative 4 is on the circle. So, gamit ani niya. Substitute na to na siya sa ato ang standard form. So, our x is negative 1, our y is negative 4. Okay, getting the square, we have negative 1 quantity squared plus negative 4 quantity squared is equal to r squared. And that is equal to 1 plus 16. What is 1 plus 16? That is equal to 17. So, the standard form now of the equation of the circle with center at 0, 0 and passes through the point negative 1, negative 4 is equal to x squared plus y squared is equal to 17. So, katong point nga giagian sa atong circle at the fourth quadrant, pang negative 1 o negative 4, mo siya ang point atong gamiton to get the radius of the circle. So, our equation now of the circle is x minus 8 quantity squared plus y minus 2 quantity squared is equal to 4. So, what is our radius? So, our radius is equal to 2. No? Because 2 squared is equal to 4. Another example, let us identify the center and radius and we'll sketch the graph of the equation of the circle. Our equation is 9x squared plus 9y squared is equal to 64. So, ang atong pangitaw na ni karon, unsa man ang center sa atong circle, dayon pila pod ang yahang radius. Then paghaman ato siya i-graph. Okay, unsay nabantayan niyo sa equation? Unsay inyong nabantayan sa atong equation? So, remember sa atong standard form of an equation of a circle, dili pwede nga na coefficient sa ato ang x squared o nga ato ang y squared. So, ang yang coefficient dapat is only 1. Pero sa atong equation karon na ato siya 9. Na equation nga 9, anay coefficient nga 9 si x squared na coefficient si 9 nga 9 si y squared. So, ato siyang pangitag paagi para mahimo na lang siyang 1. So, take note that all of the terms are divisible by 9. No? Divisible by 9 ang ito ang mga terms. So, dividing the terms, dividing both sides of the equation by 9, so we have now x squared plus y squared is equal to 64 over 9. Okay, so to get the radius of the circle, kuha lang nato ang square root sa 64 over 9. So, the square root of 64 over 9 is 8 over 3. Kaya kung inyo nang i-square si 8 over 3, mahimo siyang 64 over 9. So, ang ito ang circle karon na ang yang center makita sa 0, 0, then ang yang radius is 8 over 3. Since ato man siyang i-sketch ang yang graph, first, i-plot sa ninyo ang yahang center at 0, 0. So, nakita nyo dira ang yang center at 0, 0. Dayon, ang yang radius, divide 8 by 3. So, gikan sa center of the origin, no, gikan sa diha sa origin sa atong Cartesian plane, gikan dira, mag-count din mo og 8/3 units to the right, to the left, up and down from the origin. So, mo na siya ang atuang sketch about the graph of the equation of the circle 9x squared plus 9y squared. Next, let us identify the center and radius. Then we are going to sketch the graph. So here, ito naman na siyang nahimo na example po kaganina, no? So sa ito ang example, since nakapositive man ang ato ang x dira, so anyo na siyang i-rewrite, di ba? Anyo na siyang i-rewrite, mahimo siyang x minus negative 4. Instead of x plus 4, mahimo siyang x minus negative 4. So, ang atong h karon is negative 4, ang atong k is 3, and the radius is 5. Okay, dali ra, di ba? So, sa atong graph ana ron, i-plot sa ninyo ang center at negative 4, 3, which is located in the second quadrant. So, gikan kang negative 4, 3, mag-ihap na dahil mo og 5 units up, 5 units down, 5 units to the right, and 5 units to the left. Then connect the 4 points. That is now the graph of the equation of the circle x plus 4 quantity squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared is equal to. Okay, so unsa naman inyong unsa naman inyong paminaw sa lesson karon grade 10? Okay ra? Dali ra ba ang pagkuha sa center o radius of the circle in standard form? So dali ra siya, no? But what if the equation of the circle is in general form? Parehan niya to example karon. X squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. So, again, we'll apply completing the square. Diba? Mag-completing the square man taani. So, we have x squared plus 6x plus blank plus y squared minus 4y plus blank is equal to 3 plus blank plus blank. So, sa to ang completing the square, puros ra gyud ta plus ha, dili ta mapwede mag-minus ha. Nag-plus ka sa left side of the equation, mag-plus po ka sa right side of the equation. So, we have here now the third term of our trinomial x squared plus 6x plus 9. Okay, ganyan sa pagkuha ang 9. Diba? Katunga sa 6 kay 3. Dayon, ang square na po ni 3 is equal to 9. Next, yun sa pagkuha ang 4. Diba? Katunga ni 4 kay ang coefficient ni y kay negative 4. So, tungaon na siya, mahimo na siyang kay consider only the positive sign. So, katunga ni 4 is 2. So, square na to ang 2 is equal to 4. Since nag-add tag 9 og 4 sa left side of the equation, so mag-add po tag 9 og 4 sa right side of the equation. Okay, so get now the factor of our trinomial. So we have here x plus 3 quantity squared plus y minus 2 quantity squared is equal to 16 because 3 plus 9 plus 4 is equal to 16. Okay, so ang atong center karon of the circle is at negative 3, 2, and the radius is 4. So, kasabot naman mo no, anong nahimo siyang negative 3, Yung kasabot naman mo no, ginanong na imong 4 kato ang radius.